Trump recently asked his aides to find a way to weaken the American dollar. You know, it's an election year, so it's time to pull out the bag of political tricks. And this is one that Trump wants to do. This is why he was recently talking about currency manipulation. This came out on CNBC, July 10th, 2019. Trump has reportedly asked aides to find a way to weaken the US dollar. So, not surprised. You know, he always want to make himself look like the hero, even when he's no hero at all. Trump has reportedly asked aides to find a way to weaken the US dollar in an effort to boost the economy ahead of the 2020 presidential election. Trump also asked about the greenback, and those of you that don't follow the financial market, a greenback is the American dollar. While interviewing Federal Reserve Board nominees Judy Shelton and Christopher Waller, people familiar with the matter told Bloomberg News. Those individuals also told Bloomberg that Trump's chief economic advisor, Larry Kudlow, and Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin disapproved of the idea of the government tampering to weaken the dollar. Traditionally, past administrations have always maintained publicly they were for a strong dollar because dollar assets like treasuries are so widely held around the globe. So they're telling him, no, Trump, you don't want to do this. But you know how Trump is. He doesn't listen to anybody. Trump has often bemoaned the relative strength of the US dollar in foreign exchange markets, blaming other nations for devaluing their currencies and thereby inflating the American trade deficit. Last week, Trump said in a tweet that the US should match China and Europe's currency manipulation game. China and Europe playing big currency manipulation game and pumping money into their system in order to compete with USA, Trump said on Twitter. And you can see the tweet. I remember him doing that, and I actually did a video on that. We should match or continue being the dummies who sit back and politely watch as other countries continue to play their games as they have for years. So he wrote the same thing here in the tweet, July 3rd at 10:21 a.m. All right. A strong dollar tend to give American consumers an advantage when purchasing foreign goods, but can hurt domestic exporters as other nations are forced to shell out larger sums for goods produced in the US. That's proven a headache for Trump, who's made reducing the US trade deficit a priority. His questioning of Sheldon and Waller come after months of White House attacks on the Feds and its hesitation to cut borrowing costs, a move that could reduce the value of the dollar as investors look for higher interest rates elsewhere. Waller, executive vice president at the St. Louis Federal Reserve Bank, reiterated to the president that central bankers don't factor the strength or weakness of the dollar when setting interest rates and instead monitor inflation and employment, Bloomberg reported. The value of the dollar is not part of the Fed's dual mandate given to the central banks by Congress. So you see that, y'all? Trump wants to manipulate the value of the dollar so that he can look like a hero in keeping the economy strong. I don't know. I wouldn't jump on Trump's plans because this man, he's not a businessman at all. You know, everything this man touched turns to mud. I don't think is a good idea, but then again, Trump, yeah, go for it. Because if it backfires on you, I know you don't have a plan B for when it falls apart and it can become a huge headache for you. But ladies and gentlemen, this just go to show you that there's a lot of things that go on out here, and it's politicians manipulating the entire thing. You know, it's not a natural occurrence at all. So Trump is showing you right now what they do. Anytime they want to weaken a dollar, they do so. It's an election year, so he wants to make himself look all big and bad to the nation. Look, I got the economy um jumping around here in America. How strong the economy is, and it's all a bunch of fakery. All a bunch of fakery. So, ladies and gentlemen, please tell me what you think. I This is something else, but then again, this is classic Trump 101 for real. Please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.